Hi guys, Andy here again from Mad Lad Designs, continuing the playthrough of The Hobbit by Imagination. That's where we left it. I have a couple of corrections to make before we begin. The first was that player 3 should get an extra initiative. I won, or I should say player 3 won I think the initiative on here, but I only give him one instead of the 2 leaves. So I've now given him an extra one. And secondly, and I do apologise for this, this is Bilbo, not Frodo, Bilbo. So I apologise for calling him Frodo. I hope I don't do it throughout this game, but if I do, rest assured, it is Bilbo. Okay, so we have taken our first journey, and now we're on our first adventure. So the first thing we are going to do is each player is going to receive 2 rations. So player 1 receives these 2 rations. That's me. More rations, can't be bad. Player 2 is also going to receive 2 rations. I'll go grab 2 rations like this. But more importantly, player 3, who only had 1 ration and therefore couldn't have taken part in an adventure, gets 2 rations. So now they can. Right, so everyone's got the rations. It's time to see what the adventure is. Let's have a look. Flip it over and take a look. Shelter from the thunder battle. When he peeped out in the lightning flashes, he saw that across the valley the stone giants were out and they were hurling rocks at one another. Okay, so the person who gets to try this first is the person with the most initiative, which is this track, this green track. So I've got 3, player 2's got 3, but player 3 is all the way up here, so player 3 is going to get the chance to attempt this adventure. And this adventure states that if whoever it is pays 3 rations, they're going to get 1 gem. Well, actually, I don't think player 3 is, because once he pays his 3 rations, those rations are gone and he can't take part in any more adventures. You must have at least 2 rations to take part in an adventure. You don't lose them, you just need to have them. However, if you pay rations as part of an adventure, then those rations are then discarded. So player 3 is not going to attempt it. He doesn't have enough rations. He wants to keep his rations. So it goes to the next player. So it's going to go round and it's going to go to player 1, which is me. And let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. I am going to pay 3 rations, I think. Those 3 rations now go in back in the ration bin. And I'm going to get 1 gem. And the colour of the gem doesn't matter at all. They're just lovely coloured gems. So for now, I am winning with 1 gem. And this gets discarded. And then we move on with the next adventure. Let's have a look. And this is how it works until we run out of all adventures. Slay the Great Goblin. Bilbo saw it go right through the Great Goblin as he stood dumbfounded in the middle of his rage. So, again, the person with the highest initiative, which is player 3, is going to go first, and they must get 1 shield, 5 axes and 2 rations. Now I've just realised from the last one we played this, we could have rolled dice and got the 3 rations that way instead of paying them straight from here. I could have rolled the dice, and if I got 3 rations on the dice, I still would have got it. But I'm going to leave it stand for now. I'm going to try and remember that. That you can always roll the dice instead of just paying straight rations. So, player 3, what can he do? Is he going to attempt it? Try and get a shield, try and get 5 axes and 2 rations. Let's see what he has. He's already got 1 axe and 1 shield. So he doesn't need any shields on the dice. He needs 4 axes and 2 rations. Can you get 4 axes out of 5 dice? 4 axes. You can roll doubles. There are double axes. Is he going to give it a go? Yeah, he's going to give it a go. He's going to try and get 3 gems. So here we go. Let's see what we get. So we want 4 axes because we've already got 1. Well, there's our 4 axes. 4 axes. So 2, 4 and 1, there's 5. So got that one. He's already got the 1 shield, although we have rolled a shield there. And 2 rations. Well, he's got a ration, so you can keep that one. All he's missing is a ration, and we're allowed to re-roll 1 die. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can get a ration. And we don't get a ration. So player 3 now has the choice. Does he want to pay a ration and get the 3, or does he want to fail it? You don't have to try and go for it. You can fail it. But I think he's going to pay the ration. He's going to pay the ration. So we needed 1 shield. We have 1 shield. We need 5 axes. 2, 4, and 1 is 5. We needed 2 rations. 1, 2. So we have now completed that adventure, and player 3 is going to get 3 gems. He is now winning. And that goes away. And now on to our next adventure. I'll move these dice out of the way. So again, player 3 is going to tackle this. He needs 4 axes. He already has 1. Is he going to give it a go? I think he is going to give it a go. So we just need 3 axes because he already has 1. Ho ho ho! Yes, I think he's past that. So player 3 is going to get another gem, and he's definitely winning. Our next adventure. Raise an alarm as the goblins attack. He gave a very loud yell a yell as a hobbit can give, which is surprising for their size. So 1 shield and 3 rations. And I'll put this away. Is player 3 going to attempt it? 1 shield and 3 rations. I think he is. One shield and 3 rations. He has 1 ration, so he's 2 rations short. He's allowed to re-roll 1 dice, which we're going to do here, and he's failed. And he's going to pay a ration, which means he cannot take part in any more adventures in the Goblin. He cannot take part in any more of the Battle of the Goblins adventures if he does, because he won't have the 2 rations. He is going to not. Yeah, he needs 3 rations. He's not going to attempt it, so he's going to fail it on purpose. When you fail an adventure, you draw a dragon tile, which is one of these, and this is going to tell you what's going to happen. So we draw a dragon tile because we failed. This one says player 3 is going to lose 1 initiative and 1 ration. He should have paid the rations. So he's going to lose 1 initiative and 1 ration. Now, because he has not got 2 rations, he cannot take part in any more of these adventures. And then this gets taken back there. Next adventure. Dodge loose boulders. Boulders 2 at times came galloping down the mountainside. Only 1 shield. So who has the highest initiative out of who's left? I've got 3. He's got 3. So we are going to play, and we're going to say, I think it's the highest actually gets to go first. So I have these, and my highest is this. So player 2, I'm not going to show you, I am going to look at their cards. Player 2 is going to play their highest, and their highest is this one. So I am going to go first in the initiative. Put those back. Just 1 shield. I don't have any shields, so I need to roll. I'm just looking for 1 shield. Sorry, Bilbo. And there it is. So I am going to get a gem. So I've now got 2 gems. And then that goes away. Next adventure. Fight the goblin hordes. 1 shield and 4 axes. So again, it's going to be out of player 1 and player 2, and they're going to play dwarf cards. Those dwarf cards I played last time, I've put in the discard pile and I've drawn new cards. So my highest is this one, and player 2's highest is this one. So it looks like I am going to go first again, and I'm going to attempt it. So I need 1 shield and 4 axes. I have 2 axes already, but no shields. So I need 2 axes and a shield. And there we have them, the 2 axes and the shield, which allows me to grab 2 gems. 2 gems, like so. Then this gets discarded, these cards get discarded, like so, and player 2 and myself are going to get cards, and then we move on to the next adventure, which is the last adventure. Escaping the goblin lair. Soon you could hear even the flap of goblin feet, many, many feet which seemed only just around the last corner. 6 axes. So again, between player 1 and player 2, because player 3 does not have 2 rations to attempt the adventure. Let's have a look. So I'm going to play this one, and then player 2 is going to play their highest, which is this one. So again, I am going to tackle it first. I discard those. Card for player 2, a card for me. And I need I need 6 axes. I already have 2. And 3 rations. 6 axes. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and the 2 I have, 5, 6. So I've done the 6 axes. There's 1 ration, and I'm allowed to re-roll 1 die. I'm going to do here. So if I get a ration, and I do, lovely. However, I'm going to have to pay 1 ration in order to succeed. So we need 3, and I'm going to pay a ration, like so. And I'm doing that because that does leave me with 1 ration, but there are no adventure cards left. So I have now completed this, and I'm going to get myself 3 gems. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then that is then discarded, and the ration is put back in the bin. These are moved off, and the dice are moved away, and that's the adventures over with. If you fail an adventure, you draw a dragon tile. Some of these will say move Smog 1 space. That one just said get rid of some resources. If everybody passes and nobody attempts an adventure, Smog will automatically move 1. So as long as at least one person attempts the adventure, then Smog will stay where he is unless a tile is drawn. If everybody passes an adventure, Smog will automatically move. And I've just noticed I have these. I completely forgot about these. So I could have played this and counted it as a double, but it doesn't matter. There you go. That is the first journey and the first adventure for Bilbo. He is now going to move on to his next journey, all the way to fighting the wargs. So until then, I will catch you guys later.